All right, welcome everybody. I think we're all set here. This is, give me just 1 second to make sure I get everything worked out here. Probably have a few other people join us. All right, welcome everybody. We're getting ready to start our 4th Spanish lesson today in our very first level of Spanish here at the language school, Fundamentos de Español 1. I'm just gonna give it a couple of more minutes to see if anybody else logs in and to finish getting my system set up here. So just bear with me here. Sorry, I'm having a little technical difficulties here.
Grab my audio.
Let's see, we've got a new person that just joined us named iPhone. I'm not sure who this new person is. iPhone, do you want to identify yourself?
I don't know, it might be me.
Who are you?
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Yeah, it must be you because it's just somebody showing up as iPhone.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, you're not the only one, including the presenter. All right, we're just about ready to get started with our 4th lesson of Spanish today. How did you hear about this today, Stephanie?
I've been searching anything to find out what to do that's more visual for my students, and I guess maybe it was on Facebook. I don't know. I've been looking at so many places, but I thought this course is starting today, so I don't know if I can hang in with lesson number 4.
Okay, we'll do what we can to accommodate you. We started it yesterday. This is just
okay.
We're doing to kind of help everybody out that's stuck at home right now.
Yeah, I kind of would like to see how this goes, if I can use something like this for my students, if we are continuing to be closed, who knows?
Okay, yeah. So where do you teach, Stephanie?
I teach at a middle school in Colorado.
You're located here in Colorado? Great. And you teach Spanish too?
No, I don't. That's why I thought I can learn some Spanish. I teach French and German.
Ah, okay. I've been studying French for a while myself. I love French.
Yeah, can't find too much about French out here, but you know, if I see how this is working, I can use it.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Yeah, and I'll be available afterwards with some, if you want to talk about how to flip your classes over to an online version during this time, because I'm assuming you're out of school right now for the future.
Yeah, so this is today's our last day before spring break. So I'm posting what I can today, and then I have until the 30th to figure things out in case we do go longer.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, well, let's see here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people participating so far. We're gonna go ahead and kick this thing off. This is the 4th lesson. We started yesterday. We did our first 3 lessons. So if you're just joining us today, don't worry. I will do what I can to do some review work with you and bring you up to speed. In today's lesson, vamos a repasar cómo presentarnos, te gusta y la diferencia entre el masculino y el femenino. So we're going to review how to introduce ourselves. We'll talk about things that we like, and we'll talk about the grammatical difference that exists in Spanish between masculine and feminine words. New stuff. This is one of my favorite lessons because today we're going to start breaking down the verbs for you. We're going to start with our first 2 regular verbs in Spanish, our AR and our ER verbs. We're going to talk about ordering food, como ordenar comida. A lot of conversation today about comida mexicana, Mexican food. And we'll actually do a little reading activity towards the end of class about Mexico. So since we're doing this online, there's no need to review the homework together with you. We'd normally do that in class to start things off, but the only thing I'm asking everybody to do would be to go out and buy this book. It's available on Amazon. It's called Let's Start Talking, Spanish Foundations. This is the book that we're using for this first level. So if you're following along with our online classes, you can get this book, and it's a great study guide for you. And so this is where we'd be reviewing the activities that our students fill out together. So like at the end of every lesson, you can kind of see there are these conversational activities that you can write down and answer on your own. So let's kick things off. Hola, ¿qué tal? This is a new way to greet somebody in Spanish. ¿Qué tal? It's kind of like saying, what's up? It's a little informal. And then you see some different ways that you can answer it. So we're just going to go around the circle here and ask each other these questions. Hola, Ana, ¿qué tal?
Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Yo estoy muy bien. Todo bien. So that was great how she did that, because as we move through the conversational steps with Spanish to get a little bit more comfortable and make conversations flow, it's always good to answer a question, but then you can always follow things up by engaging the other person by saying, ¿y tú? All right, so Ana, ask Kaylee.
Kaylee, hola, ¿qué tal?
Hola, muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Muy bien.
Nice. Now Kaylee to Francis.
Hola, Francis, ¿qué tal?
Más o menos. ¿Y tú?
Muy bien, gracias.
Okay.
All right, Francis to Susana.
Susana, ¿qué tal? Hola, ¿qué tal?
Susana, your microphone is muted. All right, we might have to skip Susana until she gets her microphone off mute. How about you ask Stephanie, Francis?
Hola, Stephanie, ¿qué tal?
Hola, muy bien, muchas gracias. ¿Y tú?
Más o menos, gracias.
Okay. So I taught this in our last class, a great way to get in the habit of practicing Spanish. Everywhere you go here in Colorado, you're going to hear Spanish being spoken. So when you hear that somebody's speaking Spanish, try and just introduce yourself. It's really simple. I'm going to go backwards now with Stephanie first. Me llamo David. Estoy estudiando español. ¿Podemos practicar? And so Stephanie
Sí.
say, sí, por supuesto.
Sí, por supuesto.
Very good. So that's literally saying, hi, my name is David. I'm studying Spanish. Can we practice? And then you're going to answer, yes, of course. All right, Susana, you still need to unmute your microphone. That's why we can't hear you. I can see you now, but I can't. You have to unmute your microphone. If you're looking at the window in the bottom left corner, you're going to see a little microphone that says
Okay.
mute.
Okay,
There you go.
now how do I get back to everybody else? I got you, but nobody else.
That's okay.
Okay,
That's all you need. All right,
okay.
Stephanie, ask Francis.
Oh boy. Me llamo Stephanie. Estoy estudiando español. Podemos practicar.
Sí, por supuesto.
All right, Francis to Kaylee.
Kaylee, me llamo Francis. Estoy estudiando español. ¿Podemos practicar?
Sí, por supuesto.
All right, Kaylee to Susana.
Susana, me llamo Kaylee. Estoy estudiando español. ¿Podemos practicar?
Sí, por supuesto.
All right, Susana to Ana.
Me llamo Ana. Estoy estudiando español. Podemos what?
Well, you want to say me llamo Susana because that's your name. Me llamo Susana.
Okay. Oh, okay. Me llamo Susana. Estoy estudiando español. Podemos practicar.
Sí, por supuesto. Puesto.
Puesto, muy bien. Moving on along to continue the conversation, you'd say, ¿Cómo te llamas? So I'll start with you this time, Ana. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Ana.
Ana to Susana now.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Susana.
Susana to Kaylee.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Ah, sorry. Me llamo Kaylee.
Kaylee to Francis.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Francis.
All right, Francis to, let's see here, we have a new participant, Tracy.
Yes.
All right.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Tracy.
Okay, great job, everybody. Moving on along, let's go to the next one. So when you're meeting somebody for the first time, you want to say mucho gusto, and that's like saying it's nice to meet you. All right, so we'll go around again. Mucho gusto, Ana. And you can respond in one of several ways. You could say igualmente, which is like saying likewise. In your situation, because you're female, you would say encantada. I would say encantado because I'm a male. Or you could also say un placer.
¿Qué significa un placer?
Un placer is like saying it's a pleasure.
Pleasure. Ah, un placer.
All right. Let's have everybody choose one of these to say.
Mucho gusto, Susana.
Encantada.
Un placer.
Okay.
All right. Susana, ¿dónde vives?
Vivo en Denver. ¿Y tú?
So we'll have you answer it, Kaylee. Let's go around and answer it. Kaylee?
Okay.
Vivo en Denver. ¿Y tú?
Francis?
Vivo en Aurora.
Tracy?
Vivo in Westminster.
Stephanie?
Vivo en Colorado Springs.
You too? Yeah, good.
Y
Say it. You too? Dimitri?
Vivo en Denver. ¿Y tú?
Yeah. I've got a couple of people here that are unidentified. We have somebody named LG Stylo 2 Plus.
No, that's my phone.
For you?
Vivo en Denver. ¿Y tú?
Sí, yo vivo en Denver también. What's your name? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Felicia. Me llamo Felicia.
Felicia. Okay, great, Felicia. Great. Thanks for joining us today. All right. Another really good common question when you're first meeting somebody would be to say, ¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres, Dimitri? This means where are you from?
Soy de Rusia.
Ah, eres de Rusia. Muy bien. All right. So now Dimitri say, ¿Y tú to Francis?
¿Y tú, Francis?
Yo soy de Barbados.
Muy bien. ¿Y tú to Stephanie?
¿De dónde eres, Stephanie?
Soy de Alemania. ¿Y tú?
All right, Tracy.
Soy de Missouri.
Ah, muy bien, Tracy. Yo tengo familia en St. Louis. I have family from St. Louis.
Oh, nice.
Tracy, y tú to Felicia.
Soy de Colorado.
Uh-huh. And now let's have an E2 to Anna.
Soy de Alabama.
E2 to Susana.
Soy de Florida.
E2 to Kaylee.
Soy de Berthoud, Colorado.
Berthoud, okay. I had a friend from Berthoud a long time ago.
No one's from Berthoud.
Kaylee to, do you know the Latimers?
No.
No? Okay. Kaylee to Andrea.
Andrea, ¿de dónde eres?
Andrea, your microphone is muted, so there we go.
Soy, right there. Soy de Colorado.
Muy bien. Nice pronunciation.
¿Y tú?
All right. Moving on along here. So in our first couple of lessons, we were practicing asking, where do you work, with the second question here, ¿Dónde trabajas? ¿Dónde trabajas means where do you work? But oftentimes when we're asking this, what we really want to know is what somebody does for a job. So the correct way to say, what do you do for a living or for work in Spanish would be to say, ¿A qué te dedicas? And 9 out of 10 times we would answer by saying soy, I am. So if you were to, Francis, ask me this question.
¿A qué te dedicas?
Soy maestro de español. So I'm literally answering by saying I am a Spanish teacher. In Spanish, you don't use the article here, so you don't say I am a teacher, you just say I am teacher. So we're leaving that article out. Okay, ¿a qué te dedicas, Kaylee?
Soy más o menos maestra.
Okay, you could just say soy maestra. What do you mean by más o menos? Are you like a paraprofessional or what?
I mean, I work with kids in schools, but I'm not technically a para and I'm not actually a teacher.
Okay. So you could just say, are you like an assistant? Or?
No, I'm a program coordinator. So I work not even for the school district, I work in the schools.
So you have really fun with this. Yo soy coordinadora de programas para niños.
Okay.
I'll write that here in the chat box. There you go.
Yo soy coordinadora de programas.
Bien. ¿Y tú, Andrea?
Soy student.
Ajá, soy estudiante.
Estudiante.
Estudiante. Muy bien. ¿Y tú, Susana?
Estoy jubilada.
Jubilado. ¿Y tú?
Jubilado. ¿Y tú?
¿Y tú, Dimitri?
Soy trabajador de biblioteca.
¿Y tú, Tracy?
Soy profesora de China.
Ah, de chino. El idioma of the Chinese language?
Yep.
Oh, excellent. We need to talk. I get people that ask about where they can learn Chinese from time to time.
For sure.
Well, I'm trying to ask everybody to include them, but my little screens are jumping around a little bit. So if I don't include you now, don't worry. I will get to you soon. Okay? All right. Here's a fun one. When you're getting to know people, great conversation starters revolve around this phrase, te gusta, which means do you like? So I'm just going to ask everybody here real quick. Susana, ¿te gusta bailar?
Sí, me gusta bailar.
¿Te gusta cocinar, Dimitri? Cocinar is to cook.
No te gusta cocinar.
If you want to answer, you say, no me gusta.
Oh, no me gusta cocinar.
Uh-huh. Kaylee, ¿te gusta jugar fútbol? That's to play soccer.
Sí, me gusta jugar fútbol.
Andrea, ¿te gusta tocar un instrumento? To play an instrument?
No, no me gusta.
Felicia, ¿te gusta esquiar?
¿Qué es esquiar?
To ski.
Oh, no me gusta.
Ana, ¿te gusta viajar? To travel? Viajar?
Sí.
Sí, mucho. Oh,
¿Tú, Emma? Me gusta.
Bien. Francis, ¿te gusta tomar vino?
Sí, me gusta tomar vino.
Okay. Let's see here. Who hasn't gone yet? ¿Te gusta correr? To run? Tracy? ¿Te gusta correr?
No, no me gusta.
No me gusta. No me gusta.
No me gusta.
Ok, muy bien. ¿Te gusta leer?
So,
Susana, ¿te gusta leer?
Sí, me gusta leer. Miguel.
Ok, muy bien. Y Stephanie, ¿te gusta ir de compras? Do you like to go shopping?
no, no me gusta ir de compras.
Somebody said yes really quickly.
That was me. Susanna. Sí.
All right, so everybody can respond with the wrong way, but after you meet somebody for the first time, you can say a number of ways to say goodbye. One is adios, which literally means goodbye. Hasta luego means until later. Nos vemos is like saying see you, and chao is like saying a simple bye. Adios.
Hasta luego.
Nos vemos.
Adios. Ciao.
Ciao.
Muy bien.
okay.
All right, so I taught in the first couple of lessons some really important phrases that will help you learn how to speak Spanish. And even if you find yourself in a situation that you don't fully understand what people are saying, which is very likely at this point with your Spanish career, using these questions and phrases, you should be able to arrive at some sort of an understanding. Okay, so the first question I taught was, ¿Cómo se dice? Who can remember what that means? ¿Cómo se dice?
What does it mean?
What did you say? Oh.
How do you say?
How do you say? How do you say?
How do you
How do
say?
you say?
And then the next, so you would use that with a word in English. For example, you might say, ¿Cómo se dice steak? Right? And then the person would say, oh, se dice bistec. The next question, I think, Susana, was what you were trying to say.
Yeah, what does it mean?
What does it mean? So it's the reverse of that question. If you hear something in Spanish that you don't fully understand, you would say, ¿Qué significa? So if you hear somebody going, blah, 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 beefsteak, you might say, oh, ¿Qué significa beefsteak? And then the person would answer, the full sentence would be to say, significa steak. All right, next one. Just to be polite, you might say, ¿Puedo hacer una pregunta? Who knows what that means?
May I
Yeah.
ask a question?
Good. My favorite phrase out of this whole list is no entiendo. Everybody say it with me. No entiendo.
No
No entiendo.
Entiendo.
Say it again. No entiendo.
No
No
entiendo.
Oh,
No entiendo.
entiendo.
No entiendo. No entiendo.
I always say,
No ent-
make my students say this and say it a lot. No entiendo means I don't understand. So if you're talking to somebody in Spanish after your third Spanish lesson, there's still a really good chance that you don't understand what the person's saying. So don't be afraid to let that person know that you don't understand. Repite, por favor. What does that mean?
Repeat, please.
Yeah, good. And then finally, más despacio.
Repeat, please.
Slower, please.
Yeah, so más despacio, por favor, means slower, please. Okay, so here's a common scenario where you can actually put this into practice, right? So imagine we are eating out at a restaurant in Buenos Aires, Argentina, okay? So we've gotten on a plane, traveled down to South America. We're going out to eat, and the waiter comes to us and gives us, you know, paper, and on that paper it says la carta, entradas, ensalada, empanadas, fritas, etc. Who knows what la carta means? ¿Qué significa la carta?
The menu.
The menu, right. So we know that we have a menu. But the idea here is we don't want to start ordering food until we fully understand what all of our options are. So if somebody isn't sure of what something means here, you can ask me with the phrase.
Salads, empanadas, fritas, carnes. Hello, everybody leave?
No, we're all still here. So,
Okay.
so somebody asked a question about, for example, if you know what entradas means, say it. Otherwise, you can ask me what it means. ¿Qué significa entradas? How about you?
Entrees.
The
Entrees.
appetizer. Appetizer.
Appetizer.
Okay, good. Yeah, so entradas means appetizers.
Okay.
Dimitri, ¿qué significa ensalada?
A salad.
Yeah, good. Kaylee, ¿qué significa empanadas?
Empanadas.
Yeah, empanadas does translate to empanadas. There's no really American version of that. Does anybody know what an empanada is?
Meat pie.
Yeah, it's essentially a meat pie. They don't always have meat in them. Sometimes they just have vegetables or something like that.
Or cheese or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Tracy, ¿qué significa papas fritas?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so ask
Potatoes, French fries. Potatoes.
French fries. Okay, Ana, ¿qué significa carnes?
Meat.
Carnes is meat.
Yeah. Felicia, ¿qué significa beefsteak?
Steak.
No sé.
Steak.
No sé.
Somebody said it good. Steak. Stephanie, ¿qué significa pollo?
Chicken.
Chicken. And of course, if we're in Argentina, we're going to say pollo, not pollo.
Oh.
Pollo. Let's see here. Who's next? Francis, ¿qué significa cerdo?
Significa pork.
Susana, ¿qué significa bebidas? I know you know this one.
Drink.
That's
Red wine, please. Vino tinto, por favor.
Kaylee, ¿qué significa vino tinto?
Red wine.
Perfect. And then Stephanie, ¿qué significa tragos?
Non lo so.
I'm sorry?
Non lo so.
Are you trying to say no sé? I don't
No
know.
sé.
No sé.
Sí.
No sé.
No
Good
sé.
Good guess. No sé. So tragos means cocktails, like mixed drinks. Okay?
Ah, gracias.
All right. So now imagine the waiter comes up to you and says, Buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Les cuento que el plato del día es el bistec acompañado con puré de papas y una ensalada de tomate y cebolla. Les doy un momento para pensar, pero mientras tanto, ¿desean una botella de vino o un trago?
Más despacio. Más despacio, por favor.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to do with this activity. So I just spoke to you at really an average speed in Spanish, but unless you're, kind of close to an intermediate level of Spanish, the fact of the matter is most of these words you've never been taught before, you don't understand them, so you don't know how to even say, identify words where they stop and where they start. So you just say, hey, whoa, 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 más despacio, or no entiendo. And that tells me that you don't understand something. And so this is kind of an odd activity, but I'm trying to force you to think about this situation, because the next time you go out of your house and you're starting to speak Spanish, there's a good chance that you're not going to fully understand what's being said. And I don't want you to do what most people do in this situation, which would just be to go, sí, or no. If you don't understand, just let people know. No entiendo, or más despacio. Okay. Let's practice with some conversation. So let's take turns. I'm going to start with you, Kaylee. ¿Te gustan los refrescos? Kaylee, you're on mute.
Sorry. Want me to answer or just repeat?
Yeah, go ahead and answer it.
Oh, okay. Sí, me gusta los refrescos.
All right, and because this one's plural, you're actually going to say me gustan with a an on the end of me gusta, okay? All right, Kaylee, ask the next question to Francis.
Francis, ¿te gusta el jugo?
Sí, me gusta el jugo.
Francis to Stephanie.
Stephanie, ¿qué prefieres tomar? ¿Refrescos o el jugo?
Prefiero los refrescos.
Okay. All right, so now let's go Stephanie to Felicia.
Felicia, ¿te gusta el vino?
Stephanie, you might be on silent there, on mute.
I didn't do anything, so I'm not sure.
Felicia?
Let's see. Doesn't look like it. You can't hear me?
We
I
can
hear you.
Okay, do you want me to repeat the question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Francesca, was that it? ¿Te gusta el vino?
Felicia.
Felicia.
Felicia, ¿te gusta el vino?
Felicia is on mute too.
Yeah, she's on mute too, probably.
Skip over to Anna then, so ask Anna.
Ana, ¿te gusta el vino?
I'm here. No.
Anna's on mute.
Huh.
I'm back. Sorry. No me gusta el vino.
Okay, Anna to Susana.
Susana, ¿te gusta la cerveza?
No me gusta la cerveza.
Susana to Tracy.
Tracy, ¿te gusta el vino?
So you want to ask, ¿qué prefieres beber?
Okay. Tracy, ¿qué prefieres beber? Hola, Tracy. Okay.
We might have lost Tracy too. So ask that to Dimitri then.
Dimitri, ¿qué prefieres beber?
Prefieres.
¿Prefieres beber?
No me
vino.
gusta el vino y no me gusta la cerveza.
So this question, ¿qué prefieres beber, is saying, what do you prefer to drink? So what do you like to
I don't know how to say neither.
Okay, so, but what do you like to drink?
Just juice and water.
Okay, so you want to say here then, prefiero beber jugo y agua.
Prefiero beber jugo y agua.
Yeah, and if you don't know how to say something, you can always say, como se dice. All right, Dimitri, looks like we have a new student on the line, Marshawn.
Hola, Marshawn.
You with us? Okay. How about Kay? Is Kay there? Don't be scared. All right. Well, let's see here. Let's go on to the next one then. Dimitri, ask Kaylee.
Kaylee, ¿te gustan los nachos?
No.
Sí, me gustan los nachos.
Francis.
Francis, ¿te gustan las quesadillas?
Sí, me gustan las quesadillas.
And Francis to Stephanie.
Stephanie, ¿qué prefieres ordenar?
Prefiero las quesadillas.
All right, very good. Stephanie to
I couldn't hear you. Non entiendo.
Stephanie to Anna.
Ana, ¿te gustan los tacos al pastor?
¿Qué significa al pastor?
Muy bien. So, tacos al pastor is a specific type of taco that is made with pork and pineapple. So it's
Is
kind of
that steamed too? Or,
Yeah. The way they do it is they throw it up on a spit and they steam, like they cook it with the vapor, similar to like Mediterranean style food, the way they cook the lambs. And that's actually where it comes from. Apparently, there was a group of people, I think, from Lebanon that migrated to Mexico at some point and brought that style of cooking with them.
No, no me gustan los tacos al pastor.
All right. Susana?
what am I doing? Asking somebody?
Yeah. ¿Te gustan los tacos de pollo?
Repite, por favor.
Anna's going to ask you.
Okay.
Los tacos de pollo?
¿Te gustan los tacos de pollo?
Sí, los tacos de pollo y los tacos al pastor.
All right, now Susana to Dimitri.
Dimitri, ¿qué prefieres comer?
So remember to hit that, pronounce each syllable there. Prefieres.
Prefieres. Prefieres. ¿Sí? Prefieres. Prefieres.
Eso, muy bien.
Okay. Dimitri, ¿qué prefieres comer?
Prefiero comer los tacos de pescado.
Sí. Fish.
All right, Dimitri to Kaylee.
Which question?
The first one. ¿Te gusta la sopa de tortilla?
And Caitlin, right? Or Kaylee?
Kaylee, yeah.
Kaylee, ¿te gusta la sopa de tortilla?
Sí, me gusta la sopa de tortilla.
Kaylee to Francis.
Francis, ¿te gusta la ensalada?
Sí, me gusta la ensalada.
Francis to Stephanie.
Stephanie, ¿qué prefieres ordenar?
Prefiero la ensalada.
All right.
You're making me hungry. Me hombre.
All right, Stephanie, ask Anna.
Ana, ¿te gustan las fajitas de pollo?
Sí, me gustan las fajitas de pollo.
All right, Anna to Susana.
Susana, ¿te gusta la carne asada?
Sí, me gusta la carne asada.
And Susana to Dimitri.
Dimitri, ¿qué prefieres comer?
Prefiero comer las fajitas de pollo.
Sí.
All right, Dimitri to Kaylee.
Kaylee, ¿te gustan las enchiladas de queso?
Sí, me gustan las enchiladas de queso.
Kaylee to Francis.
Francis, ¿te gusta el pescado frito?
Sí, me gusta el pescado frito.
And Francis to Stephanie.
Stephanie, ¿qué prefieres ordenar?
Prefiero pescado frito.
Good. So I think you're actually starting to cross that with another possible answer. You could also say, me gusta el pescado frito. That would be another acceptable way of answering that. All right. Ooh, for the fun slide, let's go with Stephanie to Anna.
Anna, ¿te
Breast.
gusta el
I
helado?
can use it, but I wanted breast.
Oh, well, okay.
It's all right. It's all right.
This'll work.
Sí, me gusta el helado.
All right, Anna to Susana.
Susana, ¿te gusta el flan?
Sí, me gusta el flan y el helado.
All right, Susana to Dimitri.
Dimitri, ¿te gusta el helado?
Sí, me gusta el helado.
All right, nice job with that, everybody. All right, moving on along. So now we're going to get into bit of a review of what we are learning in our last class about grammar. So just real quick for the people that weren't with us in the last lesson, we've studied several different types of words. So in Spanish, we've got an article, a noun, and an adjective. And these three types of words have to match each other in number. So thinking about singular and plural, they also have to match each other in gender, masculine or feminine. So we're going to start off here. Let's go with Kaylee. El libro es roja. Do you think this is grammatically correcta or incorrecta?
Incorrecta.
Incorrecta, good. What's wrong with that sentence? Why is it incorrecta?
Because el libro is masculine and roja is feminine.
Yeah, very good. So just kind of a simple trick if you're watching this. El libro ends with an O, but roja ends with an A. So the simple guide to masculine and feminine is words that end with O are masculine and words that end with A are feminine. So when you see this little disconnect here, there's a good chance that something is wrong with that sentence. All right, Kaylee, thank you. Let's go over to Stephanie. Las plantas son bonitas. Do you think this is correcta or incorrecta?
Correcta.
Correcta, muy bien. Everything is plural and everything is feminine. Felicia, are you back with us?
Sí.
Okay. Felicia, los teléfonos es blanco. ¿Correcta o incorrecta?
Incorrect.
Correcto?
So this one is actually going to be incorrecta. So make sure everything here is either singular or plural. Everything was masculine, but we had that article at the beginning, los being plural, and the rest of the words were singular. So that from los to and make it singular. Ana, el pizarra es grande.
Incorrecta.
This one is incorrecta. Okay, why?
Grande. I don't know. Is it?
La.
La. Sí. La pizarra.
All right. Susana, la casa son barata.
Correcta.
I'm sorry?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's incorrecta.
Incorrecta. Can you fix it?
Las casas son baratas.
Muy bien. Next we've got Tracy. Are you still with us? Tracy might have left. Dimitri, el elefante es grande.
Es correcta.
Muy bien. Let's see here. We've got some new people joining us. Nikki, hola, ¿qué tal?
Nada, ¿y tú?
El carro es chico, ¿correcta o incorrecta?
Sorry, is that for me?
That's for you, yeah.
El carro es chica. Correcta. Está correcta.
Es correcta. Es correcta.
Correcta. Muy bien.
Next, Kaylee, los doctores son buenos.
Incorrecta.
Okay, what's wrong with it?
Because it's plural.
Yeah, very good. So we just need to add es to buenos. Francis, el playa es bella.
Incorrecta
¿Por qué?
porque playa es femenina. La playa es fea.
Excellent. Stephanie, el actriz es bonito.
Incorrecta.
¿Por qué?
If I see the picture, it's a woman, so I would say it had to be la actriz es bonita.
Muy bien. Next, are we with Felicia now? Describe las flores. So try and use an adjective from the left and the right column to describe these flowers. Felicia?
Okay. Los flores son bonitos y amarillo.
Okay, very good. Couple of things just to make it match in number and gender. So las flores are feminine. So we want to say las flores son bonitas y amarillas. So you can change those adjectives to be plural.
Flores son bonita y amarilla.
Amarillas. Yeah, good. Ana, describe el carro.
Who?
Ana?
Oh, el carro es chico y azul.
Muy chico. Muy bien.
Muy.
Susana, describe la casa.
La casa es grande y gris.
It's actually azul. It's blue. It's a blue.
Okay, azul. Es azul.
Dimitri, describe los zapatos.
Okay. Los zapatos son viejos y marrón.
Marron means red. So I'm sorry, marron means brown. So these are red shoes. Do you know how to say red?
Yeah. I know, they just look brown on my screen.
Okay, yeah. Well, they are extremely dirty, so they're browner than you. So son rojos los zapatos. Let's see here. Next we have Nikki. Describe la planta.
La planta es bonita y verde.
Okay. So I know some people are kind of joining us, and if it's been a while since I've called on you, let me know that you're still here on the line with us. As people drop off, I stop calling on you. So if you're back, just let me know. You can put something in the chat box to let me know you're still with us or to call on you again. Okay, next we're with Kaylee. Describe el gato.
El gato es bueno y negro.
Francis, describe el perro.
El perro es bonito y blanco.
Yeah, almost looks like Care Bear, my dog.
He sure does.
Care Bear.
He sure does.
Care Bear. Care Bear. Come here. So for a lot of you that are my students, then you know that I've got a Care Bear with me here at work.
Yep. Oh.
Bless him.
All right, whose turn is it? Stephanie?
El escritorio es grande y marrón.
Muy bien. Felicia, describe el marcador.
No sé, no comprende.
Okay.
Marcador?
Marcador just means marker. So here we have, for example,
Oh, okay.
purple.
El marcador es grande y negro.
It's actually morado. It's a purple marker. I understand it might not be coming across very clearly for you.
Okay.
All right. Next we have Ana. Describe la computadora.
La computadora es nueva
Muy bien.
y amarillo.
Anaranjada.
Oh, that's yellow. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Anaranjada.
Okay. What's happening here? Give me 1 second. Okay. Perfect. All right, moving on along. How's everybody doing with this so far? Any questions?
Muy bien.
Muy bien.
Okay, so remember, if you have questions are good. Feel free to ask them. or whenever it occurs to you, put it in the chat box and I'll do my best to answer those questions. So this is our fourth lesson of Spanish here, and this is one of my favorite lessons because it's incredibly powerful, because we're going to start learning how to work with verbs. Verbs are really the key component of any sentence. It's the action part of a sentence. So to have a complete sentence, typically you have somebody that's performing some type of action. So here, we're going to learn how to say, I eat burritos in Spanish. You would say, yo como burritos. If you have any doubt as to what the verb is, you can ask yourself, hey, what's happening in the sentence? And you're going to say, oh, somebody's eating a burrito. And you get that key verb there. All right. So the key to becoming conversational in Spanish is to learn how to manipulate these verbs depending on who is doing the action. Unlike English, Spanish changes the verbs a lot in order to say who's performing the action. So we see two examples here. Yo como burritos means I eat burritos, but notice how when we change to say you eat burritos, you actually change the verb eat to comes. Tú comes burritos, okay? So first, let's learn when we're talking about who, we've got something called a subject pronoun. So in English, we say I eat. In Spanish, you would say yo, okay? Say I, you say yo. Repite, yo.
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 Okay. To say you say tú.
Tú.
Two. Two.
Pay attention to that accent mark over the U because that'll come up for you later. All right. So we've got something that's called a verb infinitive. The verb infinitive is the raw verb that you might look up in the dictionary. It's not necessarily part of a sentence. It's just the raw verb. In Spanish, they're always going to end with, we've got three options, AR, ER, or IR. Those are our three options. So we've got a verb like desear, which means to want. This isn't the more commonly used verb. There's another verb, querer, that's more commonly used. But we're starting with desear because it's a regular verb and querer is an irregular verb. Also, desear is a little bit easier to learn because it's very similar to the Latin, to the English word that's based in Latin, desire. So if you think about it like that, desear means to want or to desire, okay? So we've got desear. This is the verb infinitive that ends with AR. The first step to what we call verb conjugation is to remove the AR ending, and then we are left with the base of the verb. So when we remove AR here, we're left with dese, okay? This is really important because to say I want or you want, we're gonna change the ending here. So to say I want, we're going to add back an O, and we get the word yo deseo. Okay, repeat with me. Yo deseo.
Yo deseo.
Yo deseo.
To say you want, you add back an AS. Tú deseas.
Tú deseas.
All right. So typically speaking, as we're learning a language like Spanish, we're going to get familiar with something called a verb chart, okay? These are just tools that we use to help us memorize these conjugations. So we've got the raw form of the verb, desear, which means to want. We've got the first person version of it, yo deseo, which means I want. And then we've got the second person version of this verb, tú deseas, which means you want. One other little thing about Spanish that you'll notice is because these verbs all have different endings depending on who is doing it, we don't actually have to use these subject pronouns here. So you could say the full version of it, yo deseo, or you could also just say deseo. Typically speaking, native Spanish speakers would not say yo deseo unless they're trying to really emphasize what they're talking about and making a point about something, so they would just typically say deseo or deseas here. As you're first getting started with these verb conjugations, you have to do what makes the most sense for you. If it's easier for you to say yo deseo, then go with that. If it's easier just to say deseo, then go with that. All right, let's practice with this, okay? I can't remember who I left off with last, so let's just go with Dimitri. So Dimitri, ordenar. Do you know what ordenar means? ¿Qué significa?
To order.
Order, good. So how can you say I order?
Ordo.
Okay, so almost, but you chopped
Ordeno.
a whole lot of that. What you want to do is take off the AR, okay? Just take off the AR and then add back O. Ordeno.
Ordeno.
Okay. You know, what about you order?
Ordenes.
Ordenas. Okay, nice. Okay, next we have Nikki. You still with us?
Yes, sir.
Tomar. What does tomar mean?
Tomar means to take or to drink, right?
Yeah, so just so far we've only learned it as to drink. So tomar,
Okay.
to drink. How do you say I drink?
Tomo.
And then you drink?
Tomas.
All right. Next we've got Kaylee. Reservar. ¿Qué significa?
To reserve.
To reserve, yeah. How do
Okay.
you say I reserve? ¿Cómo se dice I reserve?
Reservo.
And then you reserve?
Reservas.
Perfect. Francis? Bailar.
Bailar, to dance.
Muy bien.
Yo bailo, tú bailas.
Stephanie, cocinar.
To cook. Yo cocino, tú cocinas. Cocinas.
Muy bien. Ana, Felicia, esquiar.
Sí, yo esquío,
Muy bien.
tú esquías.
Ana, viajar.
¿Qué significa viajar?
To travel.
Travel. Viajo. Viajar. Viajar. Yeah.
Viajas. Nice.
Viajar.
Okay, Susana, number 1.
Yo ordeno un burrito.
Dimitri?
To tomes una cerveza.
So it's pronounced tomas.
Tú tomas una cerveza.
Muy bien. Nikki?
Yo reservo una mesa para 2.
Kaylee?
¿Tú deseas postre?
Francis?
Tú bailas bien.
Stephanie?
Yo cocinas comida mexicana.
Okay. Dimitri is signing off. He's saying goodbye to everybody, so we can all say hasta luego, Dimitri.
Hasta luego, Dimitri.
Hasta luego.
Okay, good. Thanks for joining us today. Let's see here. Who goes next? Felicia?
Yo esquío poco.
All right. And then we've got Ana.
Tú viajas mucho.
Nice job. All right. So the first type of verbs we learned were our AR verbs. Now we're going to look at our ER verbs. So again, we've got the infinitive comer, which means to eat. To say I eat, you take away the ER ending and we get our base, C-O-M. To say I eat, you want to add back O, yo como. And now in the U form, instead of adding back an AS, we add back an ES. Tú comes. Okay? Let's see here. So, who's next here? Susana, comer. How would you say I eat?
Yo como, tú comes.
Comes. All right. And then next we've got Nikki, beber.
Yo bebo, tú bebes.
¿Qué significa beber?
To drink.
Perfect. Haley, leer. ¿Qué significa?
To read.
How do you say I read?
Yo leo. And tú lees.
Francis, correr.
To run. Yo corro, tú corres.
Muy bien. Stephanie, number 1.
Yo como un burrito.
Felicia?
I eat.
Felicia? Felicia must have left us again. Ana.
Tu bebé.
Sorry, I was on mute.
Go ahead.
Okay, Felicia, go ahead.
Tú bebes una cerveza.
Muy bien. Ana, number 3.
Yo leo un libro.
Susana?
Tu corro en el parque.
Close. Now, what you said is I run. So you
Oh,
want,
wait. Yo corres en el parque.
and now you flipped over the subject pronoun. So it's tú corres.
Yeah, two corres. My bad.
Nikki?
Unmute. Tú lees la revista.
Haley?
Yo bebo jugo.
Francis?
Tú comes tacos.
Stephanie?
Yo corro cada día.
Nice job. So let's apply this to real life. So let's learn how to order food at a restaurant. So when you first walk into an establishment, the anfitriona, the host, is going to ask you something along the lines of, ¿En qué le puedo servir? And so that's like saying, how can I help you? Here you would use the number to apply to your party. And so for example, you might say, mesa para dos, por favor. Here there's about 8 of us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 people today. So you could say, mesa para siete, por favor. Okay. The next step to ordering food would be when the mesera, or the server, comes up to your table and says something along the lines of, ¿Deseas tomar algo? Which means, do you want to drink something? You can reply by saying, deseo un refresco, I want a soda, or deseo una cerveza, I want a beer. Next, we say, the server would say, ¿Deseas una entrada? Do you want an appetizer? So if we're at a Mexican restaurant, the appetizers might look like los nachos, una quesadilla, unos tacos al pastor, something like that, okay? So you could say, deseo, I want, deseo una quesadilla. ¿Qué deseas comer hoy? Means, what do you want to eat today? And you would answer by saying, again, deseo el pescado al horno, for example. And then finally, after the meal's over, deseas postre? Do you want dessert? And you could say, sí, deseo el helado. When you're done eating, the server would say, ¿Es todo? Is that all? And you would say, sí, es todo. La cuenta, por favor. Okay? So we're going to go back here and practice this. Now, if you have the book, by the way, the one thing I ask for everybody that's participating is to go onto Amazon and buy our book here. It's available on Amazon.com. Let's Start Talking, Spanish Foundations is the title. Susana, I see you've got it there with you. Some of you are already students here, so you already have the books. But yeah, this book will really help you with these courses. And on page 82 of this book, we have a menu from one of our favorite restaurants that's just right up the street from our school, called Real de Minas, okay? So, since not everybody has the menu with you, we're gonna go back to these slides to practice this. So imagine, let's see here, we'll start with you, Ana. You're walking into the restaurant and I say, hola, ¿en qué le puedo servir?
Sí. Or mesa para siete, por favor.
Muy bien. ¿Deseas tomar algo?
Deseo un refresco.
¿Y tú, Kaylee?
Deseo una copa de vino.
¿Y tú, Francis?
Deseo una copa de vino.
¿Y tú, Stephanie?
Deseo una cerveza.
¿Y tú, Felicia?
Deseo una cerveza.
¿Y tú, Nikki?
Deseo una copa de vino.
¿Y tú, Susana?
Deseo una margarita.
Muy bien. ¿Deseas una entrada?
Sí, deseo una quesadilla.
¿Y tú, Stephanie?
Sí, deseo una ensalada, por favor.
¿Y tú, Felicia?
Deseado.
Deseo.
¿Qué?
Deseo.
Deseo, sí. Deseo, I don't see the choices.
They're over here on the right here.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. It's too small.
Okay. So we've got los nachos, una quesadilla, unos tacos.
Okay, you see. Deseo una quesadilla.
Muy bien. ¿Y tú, Ana?
Deseo.
What?
Deseo una sopa.
¿Y tú, Susana?
Deseo una ensalada.
¿Y tú, Nikki?
Deseo una quesadilla.
¿Y tú, Kaylee?
Deseo unos tacos al pastor.
Muy bien. ¿Qué deseas comer hoy, Stephanie?
Deseo las fajitas de pollo.
¿Tú, Felicia?
I can't see it again, but I think it's deseo una sopa. No?
Está bien. See, I'm just asking you what, like, your main course. Our options are fajitas, enchiladas, carne asada, etc.
Okay, deseo enchilada.
Okay. ¿Y tú, Nikki?
Deseo las enchiladas de queso.
¿Y tú, Susana?
Deseo las fajitas de pollo.
¿Y tú, Ana?
Deseo las enchiladas de queso.
¿Y tú, Kaylee?
Deseo la carne asada.
¿Y tú, Francis?
Deseo los camarones a la diabla.
Ok, muy bien. ¿Deseas postre, Felicia?
I'm sorry, I can't see, so I don't want to keep interrupting.
So postre is dessert, and here we have el helado, el pastel, el flan.
Okay, helado.
And I'll teach you a good conversational question you could use here. So if you don't actually have the menu and you just want to ask your waiter what's available, you could say, ¿Qué hay?
¿Qué hay?
¿Qué hay? Hay helado, hay pastel, y hay flan.
Okay. Deseo helado.
Muy bien. ¿Y tú, Ana?
Deseo el helado.
¿Y tú, Susana?
El flan. Deseo el flan.
¿Y tú, Nikki?
Deseo el helado, por favor.
¿Y tú, Kelly?
Deseo el pastel.
¿Y tú, Francis?
Deseo el pastel, por favor.
¿Y tú, Stephanie?
Deseo el flan, por favor.
Muy bien. ¿Es todo?
Sí, es
Sí, es
todo.
todo.
Sí, es todo. La cuenta, por favor.
All right, excellent. All right, nice job with that, everybody. So yeah, here's just the complete dialogue for you. The great thing about this is I think everybody that's on the line with us lives somewhere here in Colorado. More than likely, there is a really good Mexican restaurant close to where you live that has Spanish-speaking servers and employees. And you can actually take this dialogue, if you want to take a little screenshot of this. More importantly, once you get the book in the mail, you can take your book in and you can use this real world, real life dialogue to start ordering food in Spanish. At first, it might be a little bit uncomfortable, but the more you do it, the more comfortable it gets and the more fun it becomes. Do I have any of my students here that have used this dialogue to go out and order food at a restaurant yet?
Yo, I have.
I know you're out there all the time practicing your Spanish. So tell the other folks here, how did it go for
It
you?
went very well because he was responding in English. I mean, in Spanish to me. I ordered. I said thank you. I said that's all. The check, please. And it's really cool. And I did it without my book. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Yeah.
Don't be shy. Just don't be shy. I'm really shy. It's like, oh.
You know, you
Get out
said
there
it.
and say it.
That's the most important thing. It's hard to learn a new language if you're really shy. You have to put yourself out there. And, you know, it does eventually become a really fun experience, okay? But it only gets there if you put yourself out there, okay? All right. Now, what is going on here?
Tomato.
Give me 1 second here. There's something odd happening with the presentation.
Lección 5.
Okay, that looks a little bit better. Okay, so let's make some conversation here. So we'll start with you, Kaylee. Kaylee, ask Francis the first question here.
Francis, ¿comes la comida mexicana mucho?
Sí, como la comida mexicana muchísimo.
Muy bien, Francis. Francis to Stephanie.
Stephanie, ¿cómo se llama tu restaurante mexicano favorito?
Oh, sorry, I'm not tracking right now. I'm sorry. I actually have to go. That's why I was changing my screen.
Oh,
Lo
is that
siento.
Stephanie that just sent me the message that you have to go?
Yeah, lo siento.
Thanks for joining us, Stephanie.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Bye bye.
Hasta luego.
So Francis, ask that to Felicia then.
Felicia, ¿cómo se llama tu restaurante mexicano favorito?
Mi favorito es no sé. Mi favorito, is it you asking me my favorite restaurant?
Yeah, your favorite Mexican restaurant.
Okay, mi favorita restaurante es it's Just Grill.
Okay, muy bien. Felicia, ask Nikki the next question, number 3.
Okay, I can't see it. Sorry.
Okay, I'll ask it for you. Nikki, ¿qué ordenas en los restaurantes mexicanos?
En los restaurantes mexicanos ordeno las fajitas.
All right, Nikki to Susana.
Susana, ¿a veces tomas cerveza con la comida?
No tomo cerveza con la comida.
Susana to Kaylee.
Kaylee, ¿qué bebes normalmente?
Yo bebo agua normalmente.
Sí.
Kaylee to Francis.
Francis, ¿prefieres tomar una margarita o una cerveza?
Prefiero tomar una margarita.
All right, Francis to Anna.
Ana, ¿reservas una mesa antes de llegar?
¿Qué significa antes de llegar?
Good question. Antes de llegar means before arriving. So do you reserve a table before arriving to the restaurant?
Sí. Reservo una mesa antes de llegar.
Okay. Ana to Felicia.
¿Deseas comer comida mexicana hoy? Felicia?
Mi favorita es quesadilla.
Okay, so you could say here, sí, deseo comer una quesadilla hoy?
No.
Repite, deseo comer.
Deseo comer ayer.
Deseo comer una quesadilla. All right. I know you can't see the screen very well, so I'll ask for you, Nikki. ¿Ordenas la comida en español?
Sí, ordeno la comida en español.
Muy bien. Nikki, ask Susana.
Susana, ¿te gusta el flan?
Sí, me gusta el flan.
Muy bien.
Nice job with that. Let's do a little reading activity here, okay? Kaylee, can you start us off here? Just this first bullet point about Mexico.
Sure. México es el país ubicado
Uh-huh.
al sur de los Estados Unidos.
So do you know what you just told us?
Nope.
All right. So Mexico is the country, el país is the country located to the south of the United States. I think Francis is taking a break. Ana, do you want to do the next one?
Sure.
Según Wikipedia, hay más de
110.
110 millones de personas en México.
Good. So according to Wikipedia, there are over 110 million people in Mexico. Nikki.
El español de México tiene un acento fuerte.
Yeah, so the Spanish of Mexico has a strong accent. It's a unique accent in the Spanish-speaking world. Susana.
La capital de México se llama Ciudad de México. Sí.
Muy bien. So the capital of Mexico is called Mexico City. Next, we have Kaylee.
También es conocida como el Distrito Federal o simplemente el DF.
Okay, so it's also known as the Federal District, or a lot of people just refer to it as el DF, right? Kind of how we call Washington, D.C. In Mexico, it'd be very common to just refer to it as el DF. All right. Here, next we've got is back. I don't think Francis is back yet. Ana.
Sí. Es una de las ciudades más antiguas de América del Norte.
Very good. So Mexico City, we're still talking about Mexico City. It's one of the oldest cities in North America. So before it was Mexico City, it was also the capital of the Aztec Empire. So it's literally been there for, I don't know, thousands of years, maybe even longer. It's been an established city for an extremely long time. To put that into comparison, you know, Denver's only been around since what, 1870 something, since the 1800s. So Denver's about 200 years old, and Mexico City's, wow, far beyond that. All right, Nikki?
La población es de más de 21 millones de habitantes.
Good. And so 21 would be the number, but since we're attaching that to millones, we say 21 millones.
Muchas gracias.
De nada. Susana.
La arquitectura tiene influencia indígenas, españoles, indígenas, españoles y modernas. Sí.
Modernas. Okay, good. And that first word is la arquitectura. La
Arquitectura. Arquitectura.
So what this is just saying is the architecture of Mexico City.
La arquitectura, sí.
Yeah, so the architecture of Mexico City has indigenous Spanish and modern influences.
C.
Okay, let's see here. Francis, nice of you to join us again. Why don't you go with this one for us?
El epítome de la
That's
cultura
wet. That was
mexicana
wet.
puede ser otra ciudad
Rug.
importante, Guadalajara.
See, look at your feet now. Look on the floor.
Yeah, so the epitome of the Mexican culture might be found in another very important city, which is called Guadalajara. Tell us why, Kaylee.
Es famosa por la música mariachi y es donde fabrican el tequila.
What you got there?
Muy bien, muy bien.
Let me see.
Very famous for mariachi music.
Oh,
Susana, can you put your microphone on mute, please?
okay. All right, I'm back. Don't send it.
So Guadalajara is famous for mariachi music, and it's also where they make tequila. So that's why I say it's the epitome of the Mexican culture. All right. Anna, do you want to tell us about this one?
Everyone reads so well, though. La Plaza de Armas es el plaza principal de Guadalajara y es el sitio de la catedral y el palacio de gobierno.
Muy bien, nice job. You had some big words there, and that's the way to do it. You know, just work your way through the language nice and slow. Work on hitting those accent, you know, those syllables, the vowels, and you did a really good job with that, Ana. So what you just told us was, so a plaza in Spanish is like a town square. So it's like saying the square of arms is the main square in Guadalajara, and it's where the cathedral and the government palace are both located. Okay. Verdadero o falso? You didn't know you were getting a test today, did you? Let's see here. How we did with this. Kaylee, México está al norte de los Estados Unidos. ¿Verdadero o falso? True or false?
Also,
Falso. Está al sur de los Estados Unidos. Francis, el acento mexicano es fuerte.
¿Verdadero?
Ana, la Ciudad de México es muy pequeña.
Falso.
Muy bien. Felicia, were you saying goodbye? Felicia signed out. And Susana, okay, hasta luego, Susana. Susana signing off.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Nikki, la Ciudad de México es muy pequeña.
Also.
Falso. Es muy grande. Who's next? Kaylee, we've got la arquitectura de México no es interesante.
also.
Es muy interesante because it's influenced by the three different styles, right? The modern, the Spanish, and the indigenous. Guadalajara no es una ciudad importante, Francis?
Falso. Es una ciudad muy importante.
Ana, Guadalajara es famosa por sus mariachis y tequila.
Verdadero.
Verdadero. Excelente. All right. So that was it for that very first, for the fourth lesson of Spanish in our level, our first level of Spanish. Does anybody have any questions about anything we learned today?
Is this the updated book, or do I need to get another?
We have since released a new version of this book.
Okay. Because I saw some
I
different.
know you studied with me about a year ago, or even longer, perhaps. So yeah, it wouldn't be an idea. In the new version, I have created a few extra chapters.
Okay.
and just kind of updated it overall to make it a little bit better. So that brings me to this. If you haven't bought the book yet, please take a moment to go on to Amazon.com. And the link is included in the chat here, but this book is called Let's Start Talking Spanish Foundations. You can definitely find it on Amazon. Please buy it. This will help support us during, this momentary shutdown we have at the school. I'm coming out here to try and help people out because I know a lot of people are stuck at home for the next few weeks. So I wanted to create some online lessons for you to get you started, give you something interesting to do. And the only thing I'm asking is to go out to Amazon, buy the book that's going to support the language school, support all of our teachers, make sure we're able to keep this thing going online while we're taking a pause from our in-person classes. So let's see here. It's 12:30, so the idea is we're going to go here from 11 to 3 every day. Does anybody want to take a break for lunch? So at some point we're going to have about an hour-long break to go get some food and things like that, and then we'll sign back on in an hour. We can move forward with the next lesson now, but I think this might be a really good break. It's 12:30. To stop until 1:30, go get some lunch, and then come back at 1:30. Who seconds that?
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, okay, great. So it's 12:30. I'll see you back here at 1:30. Same meeting invitation, ID number, and everything like that, okay?
Now, where is the link? You said the link is where?
It's in the chat. Do you see the chat box, Anna?
I do, but I don't see the link.
It's the very first thing. At the top of the chat should be.
Okay. The latest I have is 11:13.
This was from 10:38. Okay, so let me share that with you again.
Got it.
Did you get that one?
Yep.
All right, cool. So cool. It's 12:30. We're going to sign off for 1 hour. We'll be back here at 1:30 to move on with lesson number 5, okay?
All right.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Nos vemos.
Hasta pronto. See you soon.
Hasta pronto.
Muy bien.